Rebuild of the favorites. We here for the latest. South side or the north side. Not tuned to the greatest. Home team for the home teams. Both sides got our own rings. On the mound or the long ball. But we don't put the wrong strings. Yeah. It's that time of the year now. Wrigley or guarantees for the whole league that we hear now. New show with a new mood. Discussions and interviews. Trade rumors that might be. This is Pinwheels and Knife.
What's going on, everybody? It is opening day, and we are live right now. And I'm just waiting for the tweets so we can retweet, do the tweets, tweet it up.
I just labeled it. I labeled it on our Twitter. The Cubs are bad.
Our Sox fan base will appreciate that. Let me do one more retweet here.
So excited for open. Well, actually, not really. Well, I mean, we'll get into it, but like opening week for Cubs fans was just complete shit.
Mm-hmm. All right. You ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1. What's going on, everybody? It is Friday, April 2nd. It is baseball's opening weekend. Finally, it feels so good to say that. You have found the Pinwheels and Ivy podcast. I am your host, Matt Zwaski, a.k.a. Father Zoe, a.k.a. Elite 8 Zoe, a.k.a. Why am I only Elite 8 Zoe? Come on, guys. We could have did better. And with me, as always, now with internet, Mr. Aldo Soto. What's up, Aldo?
All right, that's the biggest win I'm going to have for the week because Cubs aren't really coming through. So, but I finally have internet. Had it for like 5 days now. Almost was catastrophic, but finally got it. I was trying to make a like lack of power joke here, but Cubs suck. I'm mad.
Yes. And as you can notice, we're missing the third member of our crew. K-Fids is thankfully drunk in Mexico somewhere because after that Cubs outing and the shit they pulled with Nico Horner and this other shit with Chris Bryant, let me tell you folks.
Rizzo,
we have a chat for the show that we go on throughout the day. The chat never stops. And K-Fids is hot. He's hot, not just his burnt skin.
Literally, he's literally hot.
He's literally
burning.
Hot. So you're going to want to tune in next week. But K-Fids is enjoying his vacation. Hopefully he's having a great time down there in Mexico. But we got a lot to talk about. It's opening day weekend, Cubs, Sox, all league news, everything in between. We're going to get right into it. So let's tap this keg. As always, the show is brought to you by PointsBet. Go download PointsBet app. Use promo code Pinwheels to get money matching and free bets. I PointsBet Bryce Harper today.
Nice.
Last I looked, he was like 1 for 3 with a walk and a single. That ain't gonna get it done, bud. But
by the way, we're gonna get to Sox talk after like we get done roasting the Cubs. But
yes,
PointsBet special. Get it in before first pitch tonight. You can double your money. Plus 100 if the Sox score one or more runs.
One or more runs. So that's only obviously for our viewers that are watching us live on Thursday night. If you're listening to this on Friday, missed the boat. Yellows. But White Sox plus 100, score 1 run, PointsBet, use promo code Pinwheels. The max bet is $20, but you bet $20, you'll win $20. It's basically a free $20.
Easy $20.
Easy 20. They're going to score a run off of Bundy.
They might do it in the first inning.
Yeah, come on. Easy $20. So we're trying to help you out. That's some drinking money for the weekend. I know all you drink fancy, expensive beers, but for me, that's a 30 rack and half a pack of smokes. So, And also, I'd like to give a shout out before we get started. As you'll notice, my beautiful Pinwheels mug and Pinwheels shirt that I'm wearing, courtesy of Snark Burley. Go follow at Snark Burley on Twitter. She does awesome shirts for all the teams. She hooked it up, but this was a little bit of a special request. It just tastes better out of this mug. Booze tastes better out of that mug. But keep an eye out because this might be the start of a beautiful relationship, and we might actually have some gear for you to buy and rock our shit, and that'd be cool. The day that I'm like out and I see someone rocking a Pinwheels and Ivy shirt, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That would be like a really, that'd be a moment.
Send them to TA.
Yeah, we're for sure sending them to the team. But yeah, appreciate all of you that are saying you'd rock one in the comments. But yeah, let's start with the game that already happened. As you know, we record these live on Thursday nights. You can watch us live on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. The Cubs had their home opener against the Pittsburgh Pirates, which should be a layup. You got
one of the worst teams in the league.
Easily one of the worst.
The worst.
I follow baseball very, very closely. Like, obviously, baseball is a big part of all of our lives. I was struggling to name a player on the Pirates today. Like, Todd Frazier left, right? He has to be cut. Like, he was like, yeah. He's like, let me get out of here.
Oh, yeah.
Todd Frazier was like, let me get out of here.
That's the thing. I didn't even know Todd Frazier was with the Pirates.
He was wearing number 99. It was weird. He led their team in like home runs in spring training. But it's Pittsburgh, man. Like, it's not – the Cubs should have won this game by all –
I knew it was scary. I mean, tying it into the gambling thing, the Pirates were like one of the biggest underdogs, like on opening day, and like that's just one of those where you're like, God damn it, like they're gonna win, and they ended up winning.
Well, let's start with Kyle Hendricks, man. You got your ace on the mound, who's known for his control, and he didn't have control.
I'm not. Kyle Hendricks isn't gonna make the excuse, but I will make it for him. Well,
don't say it's cold. Don't say it's cold.
Not that, because it was also cold for the Pirates, and Chad Cole, he didn't have any control either, but the Cubs just couldn't fucking hit off him or anyone of the Pirates for that matter.
No.
But it's not even the cold, because like again, it's cold for everybody.
That's
but remember, they're trying. I don't even think it's going to be like the whole thing is like. Remember how they're trying to crack down on like pitchers using substances?
Yes. Ooh.
I think it's more that than it's just cold. It's like it's cold and like guys just can't use shit anymore.
That's true.
But no excuses. Kyle Hendricks was bad. I mean, he goes walk, home run. The only positive for that was in our Pin Wheels and Ivy Fantasy Baseball League. I had to put in Hayes, the Pirates third baseman, into my lineup, and he hit a home run. So that was great for me. Not great for me betting the under because I was like emotionally hedging the entire game. And then
what was the over-under on this game?
7. 7-0 was 3-2 after 2 innings.
Oh man, it was
brutal though. It was 3-1.
That is rough.
Like it got to 4-2, and I'm like, all right, just if the Cubs are gonna lose because they had 2 fucking hits all game, just nobody else score. But then Pirates got to run like in the 8th or 9th.
That's all I bet today was I took a super chalk parlay, which thanks for Detroit Tigers. Shout out for fucking that up. And then I didn't actually. Did I bet the Cubs? I don't think. I wouldn't bet the Cubs just because I don't bet the Cubs out of principle.
Oh, wow.
I points bet Bryce Harper, which I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if he got another hit. I need one more hit or a walk from him. And then on not our sponsor, there's a boosted bet for Giolito 7Ks.
Okay. Ooh, I think that's another layup. That's not me jinxing it. I legitimately think that's a layup.
Yeah, I took that one. Let's see. Where's my boy at, Bryce Harper? What are you doing today? Nope, 1 for 4 with the walk and a strikeout and a single. Come on, damn it, Bryce.
But it was brutal though. I mean, again, Hendricks obviously didn't have his command. He walked like the leadoff guy like first 3 innings, I think.
He did.
The Pirates starting pitcher Chad Cole, he wasn't any better. Like the first inning, he was awful too. It's just the Cubs couldn't get anything. The most awful part about this game was like 4 hours long. Just
right. It was
4 hours, brutal. Cubs pitchers walked like 10 guys, hit a guy. Cubs batters struck out 12 times.
It just kept going. Every time I would look, I'd try to check the final score. It was still going. I'm like, what is going on?
The Cubs used like all but 2 relievers. They didn't use Dylan Maples, hilarious because he's the guy who walks everyone.
Right.
And then they didn't use Craig Kimbrell, who also like could walk everyone. But it didn't matter because the entire bullpen, just every single guy who pitched walked a guy, except for Alec Mills. And that's the thing though. Literally everything that could have gone like bad for the Cubs did. Like the pitching, the hitting.
The Cubs had 11 walks. I mean, they walked 11 batters.
The decision for the Cubs are starting the year with Edward Alzolay in the rotation. He's the number 5 starter, but he's not starting until like next week.
Right.
Cubs have an off day on Friday. So after Kyle Hendricks can only go 3 innings because he just didn't have 63 pitches in 3 innings, and obviously they're being extra cautious this year because of like the innings jump.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, all right, perfect spot. Bring in your swingman. Bring in your long relief guy that you put in the bullpen. But no, David Ross saves him, or like I don't know how he thought the rest of the game was going to go, but then he just uses him in the 9th inning. It's like you could have used him in the 4th. Maybe he could have just like shut down the Pirates for a few innings.
So I have a little bit of news that might make you feel a little better. Probably not, but it might. No, I'm not being facetious here. So
Okay.
the Padres had a 6-1 lead going into the 5th inning, and Arizona hit 4 bombs in the 5th. Two of them off you.
See, Zoe, I know you said that you weren't being facetious, but I have you Darvish on my fantasy team.
I did not know that. I did not know that. I swear to God,
So
I did not know that.
it's even worse. My day just keeps getting worse.
I did not know that. I swear to God, I did not know that. Oh, shit. My bad.
When you brought up San Diego and that they had a lead, I'm like, no.
Yep.
And then you kept going. And then
4 bombs in the 5th inning. We're seeing a lot more offense today than I thought. I was going to pound unders all day, but
must be nice.
I'm glad I stayed up.
The Cubs had 2 hits. Anthony Rizzo had a double in the 1st inning, and then 3.5 hours later, Eric Sogard hit a double.
Yep, Eric Sogard. People were mad about him. Look at him, big double.
Big double. I mean, him and Hayward doesn't look like they want to get any shots. Also loved it though. Eric Sogard coming out double switch. Lots of give the Cubs offense a shot jokes. So that was cool.
Yep.
But yeah, everything was awful though. Just atrocious. Nothing went well.
Here's a good stat to sum up how bad it was for the Cubs today. And this was sent to me by our resident fact checker, Alex.
Geez.
Clayton Kershaw and Bumgarner combined had 3 hits and 4 total bases today. The entire Cubs lineup had 2 hits and 4 total bases today. It was just bad. I mean, it was just a shit game for the Cubs. Up, down, all around. I mean, Javi Baez, nice little hat trick today.
Oh, he looked awful.
3 strikeouts. That's the other thing.
K-Fitz
K-Fitz probably chugged a whole bottle of tequila just watching it. Javi Baez.
Everyone looked awful. The Cubs at one point had a stretch where they had like 10 of 12 batters struck out. it was awful.
13 total strikeouts for the Cubs today.
No, it was awful. It's oh my God. And I know maybe it was the margarita, maybe it was the Jose Cuervo I was drinking last night, but I still felt confident. I mean, it's one game. It's not like I'm completely abandoning ship here after one game, but it's like the same shit that we've seen since like summer 2018 for the Cubs. It's as much as the struggles of like the bullpen that we're going to see. You kind of have confidence that eventually like they'll find enough guys and get it together. You know, Kyle Hendricks hopefully is going to be walking 3 guys every start. The offense. No hard hit balls, striking out.
Yep.
I mean, the only positive though, the Cubs played little ball great. They got 3 guys in from third base, less than 2 outs. Positive. Jock Peterson, your boy, had a sac fly in the 1st. Mm-hmm. Rizzo had another sac fly, and then Contreras had a sac fly.
Mm-hmm.
So got the productive outs win on Thursday.
So this is in my head right now. I'm picturing Fids at like a resort, he's at an all-inclusive joint. He's at like the swim up bar right now. His girl's taking a nap, long day of drinking it on the boat. He's at the swim up bar to a dude that maybe barely speaks enough English to get by as a resort bartender. And he's just laying into this dude as he pumps him with tequila about Javi Baez and Nico Horner. And I'll tell you folks one thing right now. Fids is pissed about Nico Horner. Like, livid.
Oh, no. That's the other thing. Oh, yeah. Thanks for bringing that up, too. So, Nico Horner, he got optioned down like a few days or like last week, whenever it was, before the rosters were announced. David Bodie won the job. And what's the one thing that we've been saying? I'm still on Team Nico, but I've been down on like, does he have enough? Like, I don't even know. Has he developed enough to be an all right MLB hitter? Because he just needs to be average because he's been a stellar defensive second baseman.
Yes.
Since he's been called up. And then in 2019, when he was called up, he was great at shortstop.
Yep.
David Bote gets the ball. I forget what the inning was. I think it was the third. Yeah, it was the third because it should have been an out. But he's like deep in like he's like in shallow right field on the shift. There's a ground ball here right to him. Takes his fucking time, strolling the park, then has to like unleash like a bullet to first base to try to get the out. It's called an out initially. The guy was safe. Pirates get a base run in there. It's like, dude, you can't be the guy who, like, quote unquote, won the second base job and then not make every single play at second base. Like, you can't have those like mental mistakes, whatever it was. Like, come on, you can't have that happen.
And I mean, I really don't think Bote won the second base job. I think it's more service time bullshit. Nico had a great spring. Nico did everything you wanted him to do in spring training. Yeah.
No, see, that's like I mean, we'll get into it with the Sox and like giving a guy like Luis Garcia the start in left field. And Kevin mentioned it. I think last night he's like, shout out to Tony La Russa for giving the veteran a nod.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like David Bote he was really good in spring training too. Obviously, didn't put up the numbers that Horner did. Horner like batted almost 400.
Right.
But like David Bote, probably last chance, another veteran guy. It's like, all right, go out there and prove that you can be a starting second baseman. And it would be the slam dunk. Oh, the Cubs are just doing service time manipulation, but it's like they could have something down last year when he like couldn't hit. They didn't. So like that's not as clear cut. I do think it's definitely a factor of why they did it, but I don't think it's the only one. But honestly, I mean, the one move I was mad about was Eric Sogard, but Eric Sogard has like the two hardest hit balls for the Cubs so far this year. So, he actually provided a shot for the Cubs offense.
Oh, shout out to our friend Jordan Lazowski. Carson Fulmer just came in for the Reds and did 1-2-3 with a strikeout.
There you go.
Look at that. See, kids, don't give up on your dreams. You just have to be down 11-6 on opening day, and you'll get to come in and pitch a little bit.
Hey, that's like one more clean inning than the entire Cubs bullpen. So,
So,
Zo.
For lack of a better term, rough first day for the Cubs.
Literally everything that could have gone wrong, like every aspect of the game except for like base running, I guess. Base running and the Cubs. Credit to the Cubs, they did get a run. They did pick a guy off. They executed a rundown. So,
hey.
2 hits, though. 2 hits.
Phillies just walked it off versus Atlanta.
Oh, boy.
Ooh, we got some good baseball on opening day.
Them Bravos.
Good baseball on opening day, though. And I will say I watched, because I don't have the MLB network this year, I watched a lot of the Toronto Yankees game where the Yankees ended up walking it off. But for a team that lost their closer and is doing bullpen by committee, Toronto's going to be okay, man. Them dudes were hitting 9,900, then all the way down into 80 with a lot of movement on shit. Like, I don't know if it was just opening day, Yankee Stadium, you're pumped up, whatever. But, yeah, man.
And speaking of relievers, and Lily Jumper brought it up, Dwayne Underwood Jr., who the Cubs DFA'd this year, or this spring training, he just comes in, just strikes out the Cubs. I think it was the fourth inning. Strikes out the side, looks fucking like $1 million. Meanwhile, the Cubs have every guy coming in walking the world. So that was another great.
Yeah, I
wasn't
watching the Cubs game because I don't have Marquee Network or whatever. But I saw someone tweet out like someone needs to let the Cubs know you don't have to walk the leadoff hitter every inning.
I think they did except every inning except for 2. So, or 1. 2. I think it was 2. I think it was like the 7th and the 9th inning.
And then, then after that, I'm guessing you as a Cubs fan were like, well, at least the Brewers are losing. And the Brewers are playing the Twins, which, why are they starting off with interleague play? That's weird to me. I just didn't even notice.
I mean, I think somebody has to. I remember.
But, Twins took a 5.
Wait, hold on. Matty Mitch, another positive. The Cubs didn't leave the bases loaded today.
That's good.
Saw that 1 million times last year in a 60-game season.
So the Twins took a 5-3 lead into the ninth against the Brewers, and they put in their new signing,
Ken WO's favorite.
Alex Colome. I'm just gonna go ahead and do the Kermit the Frog T-sip here.
How many people do you think tweeted at Ken?
And Alex Colome blew the save. Twins lost 6-5. That is a beautiful, beautiful thing to say. That made me happier than anything else that happened today. I mean, I know it sucks for Cubs fans because that's your division rival, but the Twins are my most hated team. To see them go out, spend the money on a closer, everyone, they got to steal, blah, 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 blah. And he blows his first save against the Brewers. And then another weird thing in baseball today, Shane Bieber giving up a bomb to Cabrera and Detroit beating the Indians with Bieber on the hill. Just crazy first day. I miss baseball.
Well, Taylor brought it up too, the Cody Bellinger 2-run solo home run.
Yeah, because someone told Turner that there was like a COVID vaccine on first base or something, and he tried to run back. And I mean, just a lot of crazy shit today. Today was supposed to be the first time since like the 30s that every MLB team played on opening day.
I mean, once Bob Nightingale tweeted that out, we knew.
Yep.
We should have known.
Yep. And then so we got one game. The Mets Nationals game got postponed because of the possibility of 2 or more positive COVID tests. And then Baltimore and Boston got rained out.
Yep.
But just crazy day of baseball across the board. I love it, dude. Twitter was like a firestorm. Like once you got into like the heart of the afternoon and all these games were going on at the same time, people were like, oh, that was a sick tag at home without putting players' names. And you're like, what game was that? Like, what is going on? Like, I thought about pulling the trigger on the $140 for the MLB, but up to 3 confirmed for the Nationals. What are you doing, Nationals? Come on.
Yeah. By the way, Zoe, no free ads here, but if you know anyone who has T-Mobile.
Right. If someone wants to DM me, log in to the MLB package, I will not be mad at you. And you might get shouted out on the podcast. But that's totally illegal, and we don't do illegal stuff on this show. So you should definitely not do that. But yes. So
by the way, before we can't switch the Sox here soon, but leading up to opening day for the Cubs, we had these storylines. Cubs offered Anthony Rizzo, I think first it was $60 million, and then they offered him 5 for 70. And then
insulting. Both offers.
So that was, and he pretty much said on what day was it? On Tuesday, spoke to the media, and he's like, yeah, no, I'm like, I told my agents told my guys not to discuss it anymore. Shut it down. We've had plenty of time to talk about it. We haven't been able to do it down, or haven't been able to get anything done. On Wednesday, Jed Hoyer talks, and he's asked about the extension talk with Rizzo because the numbers are out there.
Yep.
And he's like, how confident are you that you can get an extension done with Rizzo before opening day? And he responds, very confident. So it's like, all right, we got maybe, you would think that the president of the team wouldn't say that unless there's something very close. Thursday comes and it's like, no. Jed Hoyer, I forget what show he was on, probably in 670 Score. And he's like, yeah, we've stopped talking to guys. So great move. Plus we have the rumblings of, he said that he's talked to KB and Javi's camp during spring training. We've heard the rumblings that just not true for Chris Bryant. So
yes.
Great job, Jed.
If you're a long-time listener to the show, you know the connection to the show with Chris Bryant. And we'll just say that if Jed said he talked to Bryant doesn't know about it.
Yeah. And Matty Mitch brings it up. But, Bray, you got like 50 over 3 years. you can't. It's the face of your fucking franchise. Like,
it's Anthony Rizzo. You pay Anthony Rizzo.
you're talking about like just best dude. Like, just great. I know we talk about KB being like just doesn't like ever get into any trouble, but like it's just different. Rizzo's been here the longest out of this Cubs core, like in terms of the major league team. Face of your franchise, like universally liked, except for like the few people trying to get some like Twitter clout, being like, he's overrated or something. I don't know what that's about.
Right.
But it's like, yeah, would Anthony Rizzo like get that much money in free agency? Like, who knows? Like, the first base market's been kind of weird. Like, should he get Goldschmidt money? No, but like, you can still pay him like kind of somewhere in the vicinity of like the market value for him, not just lowball him. It's like, oh my God, Jed. And I know there's a side coming. It's like, well, Hoyer's probably offering this much because he doesn't know what the budget's going to be. It's like, you worry about that later. If you're going to lock up one of the guys, I'd love it if they can lock up everyone. If they can lock up Rizzo and KB, or just say KB. But like, it's Anthony Rizzo. I don't know. You can't lose that guy.
I don't understand how you can tell your fan base you're still going, like, trying to win your division and do all these things when you have rivals in the division going out and trading for Nolan Arenado and doing all this stuff, and you're sitting here trying to nickel and dime Chris Bryant and Anthony Rizzo.
And I found this tweet from like after, I think it was 2019, right before free agency. And this is like, I mean, we've basically known the route the Cubs have been on since after 2018, when they haven't done anything in free agency.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I specifically remember this because of like the whole, like, just nothing happening with extensions here. But Tom Ricketts, like in 2019 in the offseason, he was like, we might not be able to like re-sign some of these guys because of the money that they're going to be demanding. Your first fucking point was, hey, like, the key to success is, drafting guys and developing them. Mm-hmm. You can't have that and then draft guys, develop them, and then they're demanding money because you developed them. So that means they're good. That means it was good for you. And it's like, you're asking for too much. Like,
right.
Come on. My God, Zoe.
It's basically he's trying to get you to eat shit and call it caviar. Like, it's just it's tough, man. It's a tough look. You won't hear me say this often, but like, I feel bad for the Cubs fans when it comes to this. Like, this is bad. It's
that, and it's just like, I mean, what we heard all off season. It's like, we're not going to be tearing it down. Like, not yet. It seems like you're about to.
It's kind of brutal. And in the theme of ex-White Sox players blowing saves, that was Nate Jones blowing the save for Atlanta, giving up the walk. It wasn't a blown save, but he gave up the walk-off.
The walk-off? Yeah.
Yes. Just a lot of crazy shit, man. I'll tell you who else looked good today. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Homeboy lost some weight, like a lot of weight. They talked ESPN. You know how ESPN always gets like a little thread of something and they just tug on it till the sweater completely unravels?
Yeah.
Well, somebody told him to push the storyline of Vlad working out in the offseason. And I mean, they were talking about the trainer's name, what he did. But the long story short, he looked really good. And his first at bat against Garrett Cole, he took a high, it looked like a slider that didn't really slide too much. And I think he hit it I think the exit velo was like 107, 109 miles an hour. And it was just a bullet to center fielder for a base hit because it was high, so he didn't get underneath it too much. But 114 miles an hour, no way. Was it really? Where's Alex at? Sorry, it's not that I don't trust you on that one, but I need our fact checker, Alex, to give me that one. 114 miles an hour, fuck out of here.
Here you go. Vlad Guerrero Jr.'s first swing of 2021 produced a 114-mile-per-hour line drive towards Garrett Cole's head.
God damn. You're right, Maddie. I apologize. It's just that number is so asinine.
Vlad Jr.'s 114.1 mile per hour single was the hardest base hit Garrett Cole has allowed since StatCast introduction.
And I mean, it wasn't right down the middle. He went up and got it. And obviously he got over it a little bit to have a line drive, but 114 miles an hour, you can kill somebody with that shit.
Yeah.
Holy moly donut shop. Yankees looked like they were struggling to hit today too.
I think everybody was booing what's his name?
Aaron Judge. No, Aaron Judge too. Aaron Judge came up with bases loaded and fucked that up. Gary Sanchez was their best player today. He hit a bomb. So we have a lineup for the White Sox. We have a lineup. I want to say this right now. I'm pretty proud of you, White Sox Twitter, right now.
No one's freaking out.
I haven't seen too many people tweaking. People were a little upset that Lurie was starting in left field over Andrew Vaughn tonight. It's a matchup thing, dude. It's going to be a platoon for a long time. You know, Andrew Vaughn, he already said Andrew Vaughn's going to play tomorrow. I mean, it's not like he's like, I saw the running joke was like, this will teach you for not signing your extension. Like, we're going to bench you. Like, that's kind of funny. But, like, Lurie's a vet. Lurie actually played a ton of games in left field. Engel's still hurt. I don't mind Lurie in there against Bundy tonight. It's fine. Betting 6 is interesting to me, but I get it. So the lineup for the Sox tonight, you got Anderson, Eaton, Abreu, Moncada, Grandal, Garcia, Robert, Collins, Nicky Two Strikes with Lucas Giolito on the bump. This is the new reality for White Sox fans with Eloy being out, man. Get used to a DH that bat 8. If there's ever been the definition of a shit or get off the pot season, this is it for Zach Collins. If he can't produce in the first half of this season with Eloy hurt, I don't even know. You know what I mean? Like,
do you buy that? At this point, we have to call it a rumor from one of Hector's boys.
Oh, Hector.
Or was it Hector?
No, it was
like, one of his boys. It
was like part of his crew.
Yeah.
So here's my thing about Hector, okay? Hector is batting he's like 50-50 with shit, okay? Which there's a lot of guys. Yeah, there's a lot of guys that would make the Hall of Fame batting 500. Like anything on Twitter, people will always harp on the shit that he fucked up on. Like, that's welcome to 2021 and social media. It's just always going to happen. But what people need to keep is the things that Hector did get right. And one of the things that Hector did get right was Eloy's extension.
Mm-hmm.
And he got the money right. He knows people in Eloy's camp, or he knows Eloy personally. I don't know. I'm not one of these guys that just rolls my eyes anytime Hector retweets or tweets something. He does have in with a lot of the Latin players. You know what I mean? Latino players.
Mm-hmm.
Eloy is a very in-shape dude. Like, he's physically fit, very strong, as we've seen him hit baseballs 10 miles far. He's also young. So maybe he'd heal up a little quicker. You know what I mean? I'm not as smart as I know that you all think that I'm this ridiculously intelligent human being, but I'm not a doctor. It might be a shocker to some of you. But I also don't want people to fall into the trap of saying Eloy will be back in 3 months, and then 3 months goes by and Eloy's not back, and you're like, oh, don't go all Derrick Rose on him. That's basically what I'm saying.
I think that's one of the reasons why the White Sox have been very consistent with it's going to be 5 to 6 months.
Right.
Because as long as if he comes before that, gravy. Fucking fantastic.
Yes.
And if it's within the timetable of the 5 to 6 months, it's like, all right, well, that's what we said from the beginning. You don't have to rush him, or you don't have to feel that you have to rush him. And I think that's how they're playing here.
Exactly. And so I appreciate that from the White Sox, because I was actually listening to Starting Nine, the Carabas, great national podcast. And they were talking about how some of these Yankees beat reporters are saying Luke Voigt should be back in like a month and a half. And Carabas right away goes, I hate it when reporters do that. Because now if he's not back in a month and a half, all these assholes in the Bronx are, oh, he's a pussy. You know what I mean? Like it's going to be all this crazy shit when we don't know. People heal differently. Like if you don't know that by now, I can't help you. And if Loy's back this season, pumped.
Yeah.
And yes, if you're looking for a national baseball podcast, I highly recommend Starting Nine. Those dudes are very good at what they do. They get the best interviews too.
And I mean, I think everyone, I mean, not just us, but everyone's pretty high on the White Sox. And I don't think there's going to really be that need. It's like, oh my God, it's July. It's like, oh, we need Eloy back to give the offensive boost. Like, I think they'll be just fine. Yep. And I don't think they'll rush him at all. And it's like, if it's at the end of August, if it's August, early September, and, you see how he's feeling. Obviously, you want to get him in. You don't want to like just send him out there for like October and be like, all right, here we go. Eloy, face the best pitchers after not facing live pitchings for half a year.
We all know the Kyle Schwarber story. We all know it was great, whatever. But like, this is when Eloy went down. Obviously, I was upset because it was an insanely avoidable injury. It was insanely immature and just dumb how he hurt himself. I don't want to harp on it anymore, but one thing that I do feel very confident about is that he is going to work so ridiculously hard at getting back. Like, I feel like this was a big time eye-opener and learning experience. Just even some of his Instagram posts since the injury have been very sincere, very heartfelt. Yeah. So but now lost. Hey, am I back?
I'm back.
Am I back?
Yeah. Oh, wait, was it just you?
Yeah, I think you lost me. We're back. We're live. Yeah. I got my son back there cranking the wheel to keep the internet going. But he's gone. He's gone for the season in my head. You know what I mean? Like, it's just chalk it up. So I'm more of a let's look at what we're working with type of guy. And what this White Sox lineup is working with top to bottom is one of the best lineups in baseball. It is. And that's not just me being a homer. That's me being a baseball fan. This is one of the best lineups in baseball. And yes, you have every right to be upset about a player of Eloy's caliber going down. But there comes a point, and I think we're definitely at that point, where you just got to chalk that shit up and you got to move on, man. You just got to get ready to go because tonight's day one, man. It's step one. It's time to fucking go. It's time to put on your big boy pants and let's go win the fucking Central. I mean, you look at this lineup top to bottom, you have a guy who won the batting championship and came in second or third, whatever he finished last year, leading off, who is the face of your team, who is on all these national ad campaigns now. The guy's got more swagger than I'll ever have in my entire life. Tim Anderson. Then you got Adam Eaton. Adam Eaton is the definition of a Tony La Russa guy. Tony La Russa guy. Tony La Russa guy. And what Adam Eaton's going to do is TA is going to get on base and Eaton's going to move him over. And then TA is going to be in scoring position for just some monsters. Now you have monsters coming up. Now you have the reigning AL MVP coming up, batting third. Now you have who was once the top prospect in baseball, who is arguably the sweetest swing in baseball, fully healthy after a COVID season, international pop sensation, batting fourth. Somebody might get pregnant tonight. You got arguably the best catcher in the AL batting fifth. You got a great journeyman. You have a guy that you need on your team if you're going to win a World Series batting sixth, Leury Garcia. You need a guy like that.
More hits than Trout.
More hits than Trout. People forget. That should actually, when we start making shirts with Snark Burley, that needs to be a shirt.
We need to do like the player comparison that you do, and then like we reveal the names at the bottom.
On the back? Oh, that'd be awesome. Then you have a Gold Glove. Could have been Rookie of the Year. It was a tight race. who's bigger, better, more athletic, and now has 60 games worth of MLB experience under his belt. He's only played 60, not even 60 games.
Not even, like 40.
Luis Robert. You have a DH who, okay, we're not going to talk too much. You have Zach Collins. And then you have a guy you took, what, 4th overall in the first round, who is constantly getting acclaims for being one of the most cerebral, one of the most best defensive second basemen in the league, who's going to get on base. And the thing is, he's going to get on base, and then we do it all fucking over again. We do it all fucking over again. So let's fucking go. I'm sick of this Debbie Downer shit on Sox Twitter.
There you go. There you go, Zo.
We got to, I mean, just reading that lineup, how I just read it right there, just got me jacked up. No, I don't have love for Collins. He has to earn that shit. Everyone else in this lineup has at least earned the little amount of praise I've given him. Zach Collins hit 1 home run and then went 0 for fucking 47 last year.
Hot in spring training, those.
Had a good spring training. And you know what? Him and Mercedes making the roster, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let one of these guys get hot because they can both hit fucking missiles. Zach Collins brings a big bet to that lineup. No, that's not your 40 home runs you're missing from Eloy, but it's going to help.
And I think it was James Fox who made the point. It's like, having Collins and Mercedes both make your opening day roster. Like, talked about the whole depth thing all offseason.
Mm-hmm.
Ideally, you want that depth coming from your minor league system. So, like, hey, if they were good enough to push off Lucroy and, at the end. By the way, I know this is going to be inconsequential to the whole White Sox lineup for most of the season, but the whole Jake Lamb for Danny Mendick, I was like, all right.
Mm-hmm.
I was that kind of threw me off there.
It did.
It's not really going to mean much. I don't
It makes me think that. It makes me think that TLR just isn't feeling Danny Mendick. That feels like a Tony La Russa move. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that really
does.
is
one of his from Arizona. I think.
That totally feels like a Tony La Russa move. We'll see what happens with that. Now, we got some breaking moves here. Breaking news from Ryan McGuffey from NBC Sports. Great follow. Follow him. Zach Collins says his dad is getting a tattoo of tonight's White Sox lineup.
All right. Oh, because he's in it, or
yeah, because he's in the an MLB opening day.
There you go.
This is gonna sound really stupid. I feel like I would do this too.
For Brody.
If Brody made an MLB opening day lineup, that's an April Fool's joke. I don't know. I don't think it is because I would totally do it. Now that I have a son, the thought of him being in an opening day lineup, I would totally get that tatted on my
here we go. James Fagan from The Athletic, he also tweeted, Zach Collins said his dad is considering a tattoo of today's lineup.
Oh, considering.
So his parents are excited about him cracking his first opening day roster. Collins said his dad already has a tattoo of his son catching that he caught when Zach was first called up in 2019.
Boom. Dude is doing it. All right. I'm in on Zach Collins' dad. Zach Collins' dad. We've already
Who's his dad? Bruce Arians?
We've already had Rick Giolito on the show. KB's dad watches the show. What's up, Mr. Bryant? Zach Collins' dad. This is the show that dads like. So let's go. You come on anytime you want. Show us that, as long as it's not like.
They would be K-Fit's favorite. K-Fit's been trying to get a tattoo for 3 years.
K-Fit has tried to do a tattoo on this show since the first episode he's been on this show. I'm surprised. I'm surprised he hasn't gotten a drunk tattoo in Mexico.
He still has time. I think he's going to end up with a Horner one. I think
that's true. That's very, very true. And then the sugar on top. You have a possible Cy Young Award winning pitcher throwing tonight.
Yes.
Talk
about being locked in.
Yes.
I know it's just spring training, but goddamn.
Yes. Lucas Giolito looked very good in spring training. And also, Dallas Keuchel's been around. He's been in the league a long time. He's been on some great pitching staffs. He's been everything. For him to say, and I know it's spring training hype and guys are all riding cloud nine and all this shit, but he said he thinks this is the most deep talented pitching staff he's ever been a part of, from Lucas Giolito to Kyle Hendricks, top to bottom. And
well, hopefully it's not. Well, I know you meant Liam Hendricks, but
Liam
he has better control.
Yeah, Liam
That's
Hendricks.
all right. All right, that's going to happen a couple.
I got the
times
Cubs box score still on my screen.
Yeah.
But
no,
yeah,
I mean, and it's because of the bull. It's obviously the rotation, the first three, and then the bullpen. You guys that's just fucking dirty.
The bullpen is fucking sick, dude. And then, although I'm going to ask a favor of you, can you just clip me reading off the Chicago White Sox lineup and just clip that as a video so I can tweet it out? That'll be the official White Sox lineup tonight, because I thought that got me fired up. I'm fired. I don't know if you can tell by the change in my voice. I am fired up now. They're going against Dylan Bundy, right-handed pitcher. Pretty good. I'm not nervous.
B-Flow's been wanting him for like 2 years.
B-Flow has wanted Dylan Bundy on the White Sox for yes. What do we got lineup-wise for the Angels tonight? We got David Fletcher. Didn't he just get new paper today?
Yep, like 5 for 26 or something.
He can hit. He's a Nick Madrigal like. Ohtani, stud.
Decent.
Mike Trout, I guess he's okay. He doesn't have as much hits as Larry Garcia.
Nope.
Whatever. Rendon, stud.
That's a decent 2 through 4.
Yeah, I mean that really is. That really is.
1 through 4.
Hey, what up, Beefloaf? Yeah, we were gonna go on at 5. Dude, are you new here? When are we ever on time? So that's a pretty decent 2 through 4, 1 through 4 actually. And then you got Justin Upton, Pujols, Jose Iglesias, Max Stassi, Dexter Fowler. Good for you, Dexter Fowler. I didn't know you were fucking sneaking in there.
Hell yeah.
What's up? What's up, Beefloaf? Hey, Beefloaf, cheers, bud. Good job to the 108 tournament. Yeah. That was fun.
Mine's empty.
I'm very good at making the Elite Eight in that tournament.
You're like 2000s Gonzaga. Like soon though.
Right. But I do hang my hat on the people that have beaten me. I've lost to White Sox Dave. Mm. I've lost to Beefloaf, and I've lost to Summer of George.
You're like the kingmaker.
I like that. I'll roll with that. Summer of George was team of destiny this year. No one was fucking stopping George. I mean, no one was stopping George. I'll say the queen of White Sox Twitter, Allie White Sox, or Allie Whiteclaw, or whatever the hell. She changes her name a lot. She gave him the best run for his money. She was killing it, and that's why she's the queen of White Sox Twitter. And then Shy Sox fan Mike, dude, that dude has an army, bro.
Yeah,
like he has an army. Like people, I don't think people talk about this enough. Shy Sox fan Mike has an army, and like he doesn't even like. He tweets a lot of White Sox stuff, but like he doesn't like. He's not like the Barstool guys or anything that like summons his army or anything like that. Like he just kind of like plays it out, and like it was like so like calm and like. Dude, but the 108 tourney towards the end, the Final Four and the championship voting, shit got wild, man. You got girls saying that she'll post nudes if George wins. You got this official account of Sour Patch Kids voting for Summer of George. Like, dude, shit got weird, dude.
Oh,
and it was just such a good representation of what this tournament is. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be fun, and people
were there no controversies this year? Because I know years past.
Some people got a little butthurt. There was just a little bit of butthurt along the way, but not as much as years past. I think this was one of the most fun years.
Okay.
The Sour Patch Kids account was fucking wild, dude. I lost my shit when I saw that. And you're right, Alex. The positivity attracts random people to follow him. And you know what? He has 40,000 followers. I have 3. I'm pretty positive, but fuck me, right? So
I was about to compliment you. I mean, you did make it to the Elite Eight, all positive all the way through.
I did not. Yeah, I wouldn't go down that route. One, because I just don't have the energy. And with the kid right now, it's just, I could do the morning video, and then that was about it.
Do you feel like you should have exploited your son more?
Thought about it. Definitely thought about it.
You have to see like next year's bracket and see like, all right, maybe I can do it this time.
For everyone watching this right now, I'm gonna go ahead and say, K-Fitz is drunk. He is angry drunk. He just tweeted out, "Oh no, the Cubs lost the first game of a 162-game season. Is it time to throw the baby out with the bathwater? Is it all over? Yes, no, what the fuck? It's game 1." Yeah, he's drunk. If you feel the need, go ahead and mess with him a little bit. Someone should reply to that like, "I'm glad Nico got sent down." Or something.
Or be like, oh, these guys show that they don't deserve extensions.
Yep. Something like that. Just be like, "I can't believe Chris Bryant talked to them and he won't return their calls," or something like that. Oh man, no, he's hot right now. He's hot. But yeah,
actually,
the Kaplan tweets are definitely coming soon.
Yeah, I tell you, he needs to bring that. Like, I'm waiting for the day Cap reply. Actually, I think Kaplan replied to him the other day when they were talking about the Rizzo lowballing and.
Yeah, and I will say I know he doesn't really watch the show, but he might. Who knows? To Kaplan and all that, tread lightly when you're doing Chris Bryant with Fids. You're gonna lose. You're gonna go back and forth, and I know who your source is, and I know who Fids' source is. You're gonna lose.
I think that was part of it. Kaplan's like, I agree on the first half because K-Fids brought up the Rizzo thing and then the Bryant thing. Yeah,
I mean, you guys gotta realize like a month ago, Fids was at the Bryant house, like hitting balls in the batting cage in their house. But anyways, shout out Colorado Rockies winning 8-5 against the Dodgers.
Wow, Cubs and Dodgers, one and the same.
There you go. There you go. Hang your hat on that. I'm just really excited. These West Coast games make me stay up way past my bedtime, but there seems to be a lot of good content coming out tonight. The Sons of Honarchy, and then our boys over at the 108 are doing something with Sox Machine. I mean, that's just good watching right there. But it's been opening day, man. It's been such a good day. I haven't even looked at my fantasy team once. I don't even know what the hell's going on with that. But I don't know. Did you see anything else, Aldo?
I mean, There you go.
Turn the music down.
Yeah, turn it down.
I don't think I'm not in charge of that.
All right, say your piece.
Then pop in and say what's up, guys. I'm sorry.
Bájale a la música. There you go. I just wanted to.
I'm sorry that the Cubs season is over because they lost game 1. And I'm sorry that there's Justin Bieber in the background.
You all right, bud? Everything okay down there? Is that a self-driving car?
We're en route.
All right, buddy. We'll talk
David
to you
Bodie
later.
played great defense.
So,
Yep.
I just wanted to pop in. I don't need you guys to it. Just know, Tom Ricketts sucks. Jet Hoyer's a liar. The Cubs season is over.
Oh, you're going down Madonna sing-alongs, bud. You're in for a long car ride. You're in for a long car ride. All right, buddy. Love you too, man. Be careful.
See you, Kevin.
Love you guys. Bye.
Oh, he's so fucked. If you're in the drunk Madonna sing-alongs portion and the sun is still out, you're in for a long night.
Completely does. He probably missed. I hope he didn't try to watch the game today. He's in Mexico right now. Hope he didn't try to suffer through that 4-hour mess.
No, I know Fitz. He definitely watched it on his phone.
Oh man. Hold on. I mean, I think we've seen it in the comments already. Hopefully, I'm not jumping off the Cubs train yet. It's one game, but baseball is going to baseball. You're going to lose even to the worst teams. But I mean, if this continues, we're going to see some pretty big trades during the summer. I look at the Cubs schedule. After we're going to know, Cubs June schedule is holy shit. If they survive that, maybe they're going to be in it. If not, we might see a lot of trades in July.
So
because their June schedule is tough.
Oh, for sure, dude. The White Sox actually got a pretty good opening schedule after they get out of Anaheim. But one thing that a lot of people are a little perturbed about in Tony La Russa's first lineup here is Leury Garcia batting 6 in front of Robert and Grandal. I'm not saying that I am a huge fan of it, but it's his first game. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. We're going to see how it goes. You know what I mean? It's just one thing that I'm going to try to do this season is I'm not going to try to waste energy on stupid shit. I'm going to really try hard because, one, I don't get to sleep that much anymore. And two, it's just I've kind of taken a step back and I look and I realize like some things it's just not worth it. Like, we'll see. Why is Madrigal not batting fourth? They got to save, you can't put it all out there the first game. You got to save a little something, be a little mysterious. It is tough on Twitter. And I mean, in the last 2 weeks, I think I've deleted more tweets before I sent them out than in my lifetime. What is considered stupid shit?
Good question from Beef.
That is a good question. So a lot of it with me is
like lineup stuff.
Well, first lineup of the season, I would classify as stupid shit just because literally they are all batting 0 right now, and he's kind of testing things out, putting in a situation. I don't know. Stupid shit might be a little too harsh for that because I do understand the concern. Like, as a fan, I even said when I was doing the lineup earlier that Garcia in 6 is interesting to me. And when I say angry, I mean like me going off on tirades. Like, questioning something isn't getting angry. So if there's like, again, Garcia in the 6th spot, if I'm like,
oh yeah, and again, I think Manny Mitch part, being on Twitter, I think a lot of things get misinterpreted. Like, just because you point something out or you disagree with something, it's not like you're like actively like fuck this or fuck him. It's like you can question things.
Yes, I guess that's a really good thing and it is tough to read with text. Yeah, like when Fids goes off about Kaplan, that's angry. That's stupid shit to me. But he's trying to protect his boy, and I get that. Questioning something isn't getting angry. I'm just trying to eliminate getting to the point where I go off on like 10 tweet tangents, or I come on here and I start screaming and yelling. I mean, a lot gets lost in the text translation. Absolutely. And I mean, that's one of the beautiful things about sports is being like, yo, why is Lurie batting 6? And having a discussion about it. I think that's another point I want to have more discussions this year. I want to just I want to talk things out with people. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm a very patient man. It's one of, I guess, a good quality of mine. I'm very patient. But one thing I don't have patience for is like just stupid. Like I brought my dog to get a haircut, and I told the lady to cut her face into like a circular shape, and she couldn't comprehend that. And it took like 20 minutes, and I wanted to fucking break every piece of glass in that place. I hulked out, man. But I more want to get a better understanding of people's perspectives when it comes to stuff when it pertains to the White Sox, because I feel like I'll be a better fan because of it, and I'll learn more because of it. You know what I mean? Like,
I've also noticed, like, again, it probably has to do just like, you're reading something and you can interpret it like 10 different ways when you read something on social media. But like, there's like a thing that happened earlier this week on Cubs Twitter, and it's like the two people that they didn't even really get into it. It was like a subtweet, and like guy responded, and it was like, it wasn't really, to me anyway, I didn't take it as like, oh, guy was like shitting on this person. I think it was just like a fun back and forth. I think like the whole, I like to, disarm people with like some sarcasm, maybe a joke, making fun of myself if I have like a stupid thing that comes out or about the Cubs or something.
Absolutely.
But like, but a lot of times, like, I do feel like you said, like, things just get lost in translation. It's like, not everything is a fight. Like, not everything has to be like a confrontation. And like, I think that just happens way too much, where it's like, you say something and it's like, well, no, fuck you. It's like, it wasn't really that big of a deal. Or like, if you come back at somebody with a joke, it's like, this was lighthearted. This wasn't like a, screw you.
And I found myself sometimes in those exact, and I totally agree with you, and in those exact situations where someone will say something like, I don't know, like Madrigal sucks, and I'll be like, well, I disagree, and here's why. Why do you think he sucks? And they'll just be like, fuck you, he sucks. And I'm just like, all right, those are the conversations now I'm going to start seeing myself out of, instead of going back and forth over this shit. And I get it, but the biggest thing that I want to accomplish this season, and I think it's going to make this show better, is to have more to be able to see things from other people's perspectives. Like I have my way of how I judge if I think a player is good or if I think a move is good. But what I want to see is like, I know there's the Ken War, which Ken War didn't do too hot today. But the guys over at Bad Guy Radio, brand new, check them out. White Sox fans, King Mac, Ken, WO. There's a lot of really good guys over there doing their thing. And I'm going to listen. I listen to a lot of I don't really even listen to music during the day anymore. I just listen to a different podcast because it's interesting to me to hear these people. But if you're ever on a podcast or if you want to do, what we do and talk to 15 people every week about baseball, you should learn to explain why you think the way you do. Because it'd be easy for me to be like, well, Trevor Story's good because he had an 876 OPS last year. You know what I mean? But like, you got to be able to just. I'm trying to get into deeper meaning with people, I guess, this year. I want people to explain themselves to me. I want people to explain why they see it. And by doing that, my hope is I look at things differently by the end of the year.
Yeah.
That's my big goal this season. I mean, I don't know. Did you want to do predictions for this?
If you want. Sure, we can just do like division winners and like postseason stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we'll start with the AL Central. I got the Sox. I really think I think they're going to win 94 plus games. I think it's their division.
I also have the Sox. Yeah.
AL East. I don't want to say the Yankees, dude. Just because one, I don't think they could stay healthy. I don't.
They can't. They showed it. They just can't.
I don't think they could stay healthy, and
the rotation behind Garrett Cole is questionable.
Questionable at best. I don't. Toronto's going to be hurt too much, and again, that rotation is kind of booty.
Do it. Take the Orioles. I'm just kidding.
I mean, I could argue. I could literally argue against every team in this division. Like I'm talking myself out of every team in this division.
I think it's Rays or Yankees.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and say I'll take the Rays. I'll take the Rays.
Yeah, I mean, they've done what so many other teams are going to try to do this year with just like trying to get innings from a whole bunch of guys, and they've done that for years. Mm-hmm. So I think they're the most prepared of how to handle a season like this. So yeah, I think I'm going to go with the Rays again. And
I mean, don't look now, but the Tigers are in first place in the AL Central. Just saying.
What if the Tigers are good?
AL West is another interesting one to me.
Is this the year? Can the Angels do it?
In years past, dude, it was just this would be a breeze. I'd go Houston, you'd say Houston, and we would just move on. But I don't feel it's like that anymore. I mean, we saw huge steps back for their little man. What's his name? Altuve. He had a shit season last year. And I know, all right, go ahead, comment section. You can go ahead and start pouting pouting. Yeah, they're not cheating anymore. I think they lost Springer. Bregman's going to have a good year this year. I really think he is. But that rotation kind of blows too. I mean.
Yeah, they don't. It's not that losing Cole, losing a couple of guys, yeah.
I don't sweat the Astros. I'm going to go with the Oakland A's in the AL West.
I think
they did lose Marcus Semien, though.
They did. They have Chapman coming back, though. Yep. Remember, he was injured at the end of the last year.
Mm-hmm. I've learned I've learned my lesson with betting against the A's. I'm done betting against the A's. I know they lost Hendricks, and all that fun stuff, but I'm gonna go Oakland. NL, start with the Central. You want to go first?
I mean, I tweeted out Wednesday night.
I'm not. I'll tell you right now. I'm not saying Cubs.
I think that was more of. I think that was an emotional pick by me.
It's tough to put you on the spot right now too after the dog shit game they had today.
I mean, that's the thing. Right now, we had a comment. What's the worst division in baseball? It's the NL Central. Like most of these teams, like probably won't win more than 85, 86 games.
The NL Central.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the NL Central.
Worst of it. Yeah. No,
yeah, it's the NL Central.
The fucking Brewers. I've said it for years, like the past few years. The Brewers just annoying. Their pitching staff is really good. Give me the Brewers, I guess.
I'm gonna go with and I know you're not gonna like this. I don't even like saying this. I feel dirty saying this because I fucking hate this team, but I'm gonna go with the Cardinals. I think they're stacked. I think they always somehow find a way. They always are there. I'm gonna go with the Cardinals, and then I'm going Brewers, and then I'm going Cubs in third, dude.
It's definitely possible because I don't know. Like the Cubs just have to be. It's one of the reasons, like, I still kind of believe they have a lot of talent. It's just if they go back into their fucking old habits and their offense does what they did on opening day, like, it's going to be a long fucking season. They're going to get traded, and then this team's like going to finish below 500.
So we'll go from an absolute cheeks division to a very good division, the NL East. NL East is tough, dude. Miami's going to be better than people think. The Nationals, when they're not testing positive for COVID, that team's sneaky good too. Then you got the Philly. I mean, that's a good division. That's a very good division.
Yeah. The Mets.
My MVP for this year is in that division. But I mean, the Mets made a lot of big moves. I'm still going to go with Hotlanta, though.
Hotlanta?
I'm going to go Atlanta. I think they're a very complete team. Their rotation leaves something to be very desired, but they managed to figure it out last year. I'm going to go with Atlanta.
I'll go with the is it a chalk pick? No, I mean, it's a tough division. I'll go with the Mets, though.
There is no chalk in this division.
No,
there's no chalk in this division. And then the Dodgers.
I want so badly to take the Padres, but it's the Dodgers.
It's the Dodgers. Fitz is posting videos of himself now.
We forgot the wild card teams.
Well, now, yeah. So, what's a wild card from AL wild card?
So I think
there's two.
I think
right?
I had the Rays for the AL East. So with the Yankees, and Twins. Yankees and Twins.
I'm gonna go Yankees and Angels.
Oh, there you go, Mike Trout in the postseason.
I just want to see it. I'm just trying to speak it into existence because the lamest thing in the world is when you're like having a discussion about best baseball player and you say Mike Trout and there's always that one guy, but he doesn't do it in the postseason. It's not golf. It's the definition of a team sport. So, yeah.
I think it just. By the way, I'm totally gonna be wrong because I think they just had the same playoff teams that were in the postseason. Oh no, I didn't have Well, no, there was expanded postseason last year. Though.
Mm-hmm. So, and then in the NL, I'm gonna go with the Mets, and I'm gonna go with the Padres.
Yeah, Padres. I go Padres and like Braves.
Yeah, I think me and you are pretty lined up here with a lot of this.
I know. I mean,
I have K-Fit's video is on my screen. I don't have volume on it, but he is getting into this video. I think he's singing. Yeah, that boy's drunk. MVP. NL.
Juan Soto.
Damn it. Come on, dude. I'm going to go on. I think it's Juan Soto, too. That dude's just a beast. He's so young and constantly getting better. They actually talked.
We got to vote for KB.
Oh, you're kissing K-Fid's ass. So, I don't know. The beef loaf killer known as Jeff Passan did a story about Juan Soto and how everyone in the locker room likes him and like his work ethic and all this other stuff. But one of the really cool stories is, and they brought it up on Starting Nine, there was some dude, I forgot the guy's name, but he's a relief pitcher, and he struck Juan Soto out in low A ball. Mm-hmm. And then he was pumped, and he posted the at-bat on his Instagram. The pitcher did.
Yeah. Wow.
And then, so the next time Juan Soto sees him is in the major leagues. First pitch, he hit it off the fucking White House.
Oof.
And he stared at him the entire time he rounded the bases. I like that in a player. I like that fuck you attitude when it comes to shit like that. That's what you got to have. But also, he's just, I mean, the dude works hard. He's just a beast, too. Like, so apparently we're a Juan Soto podcast now.
Yeah.
And he's on my fantasy team. So what's up?
There you go.
Let's go.
And then is Abreu going to make it 2 in a row, back to back?
He is not.
Oh.
As far as White Sox are concerned, I think the best player, the player that has the best chance is Yoan Moncada.
Mm-hmm.
I think healthy Yoan Moncada, I think he's primed for a really big season this year.
Okay.
I mean, well, I can tell you right now, your pick's going to be in the top 5 because
guaranteed.
He's guaranteed. Trying to think. Who is? Fuck it, I'll go Yoan Moncada.
Yoan Moncada, all right.
Back-to-back White Sox MVPs. That'd be something.
That would be incredible, yeah.
That would be something.
Madrigal. I'm surprised you didn't take Madrigal. Somebody.
Yeah, me and Nick talked about it. We're good.
Should we do? Okay, let's do one fun over under Madrigal 331 batting average. Like, is that too? I feel like that's. I don't know if that's too high or too low. I don't.
331.
331. Because what did he hit last year? Like 346.
Pounding the over.
Limited time.
Pounding the over.
All right.
So one couple things.
I feel like that's high. 331.
But yeah, I think not pounding the over, but like 340.
We got some unders.
That's fine, and that's an easy under. I understand that 100%. I'm not taking the easy route here. Some things with Nick Madrigal though that I've noticed. That's what's up, Carrie. Good, Carrie. I was going to tweet that picture at you if you didn't take the over. Watching all the spring training games and everything, after almost every at bat, when they show the dugout for Nick Madrigal, he's going right up to Jose Abreu and Tony La Russa.
All right.
I mean, obviously him and Zach Collins are boys, they're roommates and all that shit, but so he's talking to him. But I feel like Madrigal is such a student of the game. He's going to benefit a lot from having a manager like Tony La Russa.
So speaking about batting average, just the last full, regular 162 game season, there's only 1, 2, 3. There's only 4 guys who hit above 320.
Yep.
Obviously, that was when Tim Anderson won the batting title at 335.
About to be 5. About to be 5. So, what do you think the World Series is going to be?
I know it's chalk, but Dodgers.
Oh, Jesus.
Dodgers. I mean, have you seen their? Oh, he's back.
Yep.
Kevin, World Series pick.
World Series pick.
Dodgers, White Sox. White Sox
Very
in 6.
White Sox in 6.
Look at you with the pander pick.
Hey, I know what I'm doing.
All right, so you go as I figure out my AL pick.
If I could flip my cam right now, you guys would be impressed, but I can't. So what is the gist of this discussion? Has it been the Cubs suck?
No, we did that an hour ago.
That was an hour. We're doing predictions now.
It's prediction now. Now MVP.
We got Juan Soto, and then I have Mike Trout. Zoe has Moncada.
I have Juan Soto and Moncada.
Juan Soto. Okay. I like the Soto pick. I think that Altuve is gonna do something.
Ooh, huge bounce back. All right.
Huge bounce back.
Bounce back. I'm going with short guy bounce back, but Jesus Christ, I am babysitting some fun. So I apologize for not being there, guys.
Flip your camera.
Right now, I'm just in the villa. It's
no problem, man. I think we get the World Series that the world wants to see. I think we get the Padres White Sox World Series.
Ooh,
that'd be great.
That'd be the best thing that happened to baseball. That easily would be the best thing to happen for baseball.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there it is.
Oh.
Hi.
So that happened.
We're definitely clipping that.
On the pod.
Yep.
Let me see the time here. 1:14 hour mark. All right, there you go.
Hello.
Hello.
Let me in.
Hello.
Hello.
Give us a World Series pick.
Who do you think's going to win the World Series?
The Bears.
The Bears.
Good answer.
All right. We have a fourth member to the show now.
I popped in. We're gonna go shopping now. But love you guys. Be good.
All right, man. Take care.
See ya.
Bye. She's gonna be so mad when she sees that clip.
I was going. I want to make that the the picture for the.
No, don't get K Fizzle. No, spare him that. Spare him that.
I mean, Kevin's gonna clip that just on his own.
Yeah, let him do it though. Let him dig his own grave. What's he shopping for? It's his last day in Mexico, so they're probably gonna buy clothes that they'll never wear ever again. You know how the girls buy those
overpriced shot glasses.
Yeah, and the girls buy those sash things that they wear on the beach and stuff like that. Yeah, we should play that I'll clip that. Anytime someone asks a Bears question, just her going the Bears. World Series is tough. I'm going San Diego White Sox.
I'll go with Dodgers, Bears, Rays again. What a rematch, baby!
I wouldn't be surprised.
Let's see if the Dodgers can win it for real.
Dude, I have literally been hyping myself up since Nomar Mazara struck out at the end of the season last year about this White Sox team. I cannot muster a reasoning why I cannot pick them for the World Series right now.
No, you guys loaded lineup great, the rotation, top three. If C's can get it together, holy shit.
Dude, did you see his last spring training game? Did you see that?
Ridiculous.
I felt like Buddy Elf. Did you see that? It was.
I think Aloha Mr. Hand bet him for Cy Young, was it him?
I mean, I was on the 108 show and I said my bold prediction was C's top 5 Cy Young, and I was feeling pretty fucking good about it after that game.
If he's throwing like that every time out, yeah.
That was woo. My other bold prediction going into the season is the White Sox will have 5 All-Stars.
5 All-Stars. I mean, yeah, if you consider the pitching side too, I think, yeah.
Yep, 5 All-Stars. Moncada, Robert, Giolito, Hendricks, and hopefully Cease.
Yeah, I think you could probably get
Cease, Abreu, whoever, Tim Anderson.
Yeah, Grandal maybe.
Grandal. I mean, they can easily. I don't think that's. Now that we talked it out, I guess that's not that bold of a prediction, but yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all. I'm so shit. We still got 2 fucking hours to the White Sox game.
Do you think you're gonna make it? Are you gonna stay up for the whole game, though?
I will. It's opening day, dude. I got a lot of energy. If I'm not tweeting a lot, it's because I'm laying in bed watching it. And I might be going in and out, but I'm going to be up. I'm not going to live stream you. I just want to watch the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've sat here and we've talked about it so much. I've tweeted about it so much. I don't think I can remember a White Sox season that I've been this hyped for going into the season. Maybe the 06 season after the World Series. The expectations were so high, but dude, I just want to enjoy the game. Yeah. I don't think Mrs. O is going to make it that late, so I'm just probably going to sit there by myself and just watch the game in quiet. I say I won't be on Twitter. I'm going to be on Twitter. I'll be on Twitter.
And I mean, you probably had the feeling since last year, but you definitely have that feeling. Probably most Sox fans have that feeling now, where every game you go into it's probably going to win. So what a great feeling that must be.
Yeah, I mean, okay. Well, let's stay here though. This is interesting. We got Rockies are up 8-5, 1 out, top of the ninth. Dodgers have bases loaded.
Oh,
We got Matt Beatty up. You know, just the guy that you'd want in that Dodgers lineup up at the plate. But, I mean, in the chat to the, the 5 people that are watching still, I mean, is this – I honestly think this is the most excited I've been going into a White Sox season in my life. Yeah, and, well, I guess this is a valuable point. Anytime I get this excited about something, it doesn't end well.
but see, the difference is, I mean, what's the equivalent to like a quarterback in the NFL to baseball? Like rotation or bullpen? Like just pitching staff?
Yeah.
I mean, the White Sox have a pretty damn good pitching staff.
Ooh,
So
whoever it is, dude for the Rockies, last name Bard, he's up there fucking throwing 99-mile-an-hour dots.
Josh Bard.
Yeah, fuck, dude. But all right, we don't have to stick around. I mean, I'm excited. If you're watching this now, go tune in to the Sons of Anarchy podcast. It looks like they're doing theirs live right now too. Those 2 goofballs are all jacked up, ready to go. Steve-O looks like he's having a good old time. I can't hear it right now, but he's holding. Hey, if you go watch the Sons of Anarchy podcast, tell Steve-O I said he's holding the mic weird because he's got like this whole like limp, weird wrist thing going on. But then after that, make sure you tune in and support our boys at the 108. They're doing it with Josh and Sox Machine, which is always a great time. And enjoy the game, folks. Sox fans, we've been waiting for this for fucking feels like years. Like this offseason felt like years. But we'll be around. Always rate, review. We'll have the winner. Oh shit! I gotta announce the winner during this week for our free tickets for the 11th.
That's right.
So people can plan accordingly. I completely forgot about that. I'm not gonna lie. But make sure you leave us a review and screenshot it. Let us know that you did it for an entry. I don't know. You got anything else?
Go Cubs. Can't lose today, Friday. So that's good.
Mm-hmm. So, all right, folks. Wish me luck. I'm going. It's going to be a good night. I got a good feeling. This is going to be bad shit. All right. For Aldo, I'm Zoe. Take care, everybody. We'll see you guys next week.